Hello, good morning everyone.
Hi.
So we are live from the GSEF 2025 in Bordeaux with some European youth, and we are very happy to be online with you.
Welcome, everyone.
So my name is Maëlle, I work for the Région Nouvelle-Aquitaine, and I'm very happy to be here with Lynn. I'll let you introduce yourself.
My name is Lynn Havlin. I work in the region of Nouvelle-Aquitaine for the NGO Habitat Jeunes Sud-Aquitaine.
Okay. So we are very happy and lucky to have with us 6 young European fellows who came to GSEF, and we're going to ask them to present themselves if they'd like. Ricardo, do you mind starting by telling us your name?
Yeah, for sure.
Where
My
you
name
come
is
from?
Ricardo. I'm 20. I'm from Italy, and I'm here at the GSEF as a participant, but also as a worker for my municipality that is in a city near Milan.
In Italy. Good.
Yeah.
Demetrius?
Hello, my name is Dimitris. I come from Greece, and I am here with the NGO K.N.A.P as a trainee.
Okay. Maybe we'll go with Gregoria. Merce, you can start again.
Okay, thank you. Hello, my name is Mercedes, and I'm from Spain, and I'm 22, and we came here with Agora Cultural.
Muy bien.
Hello everyone, I'm Grigore Rinja from Republic of Moldova, a young activist representing here the National Youth Council of Moldova, an umbrella organization of 37 youth organizations from all around Moldova.
Very nice.
Hello, my name is Kostadin, I'm from Bulgaria, and I came with the organization CSCD.
Okay.
Good morning, my name is Andy and I'm from Romania, and I'm a student in the last grade, and I represent the GEYC association.
Very good. Maybe you'd like to tell us a bit more about the organization you came with and what they represent in your own country. Does anybody want to start? Merce, you're the woman. You'll start to give those men a bit more courage.
Okay, so Agora Cultural is an association based in my town, which is called Requena in Valencia, and it helps, and it's an organization that helps young people move around different parts of Europe and volunteer programs. Yeah.
Okay, so it's about mobility for the youth.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
And you come from the program Erasmus+, right?
Yeah.
Can you present this a bit more?
Yeah, I think we all came with Erasmus+, and we are staying together at a hostel. And we are here to learn a bit more about ESS. So, yeah, that's it.
I think it's the perfect place to do so.
Yeah.
Gregoria, you think you're ready to talk about your organization?
Yeah, of course. Always. So basically, National Youth Council of Moldova is the biggest youth organization from Moldova. As I told, represents 37 youth organizations from diverse areas. So basically, we have even religious organization, sport organization, youth empowerment. We have for example, LGBTQ plus community organization. So basically, we cover all topics related to youth. Our organization is from 1999, so basically we have almost 26 years of activity, and our activity is based on several priorities. We work with youth engagement and advocacy. We develop a youth organization in Moldova. Our key topic will be advocacy for young people, because we try to defend youth rights and human rights, of course. We work in economical and environmental topics, of course, and education and different other programs for young people. So basically, we try to cover all topics that matters for young people.
Doing a very good job at it. Would you like to go on, Victor?
Yeah, GEYC is one of the biggest associations for youth workers and students in Romania, which jobs is to promote and raise awarenesses alongside the teenagers in topics like climate change, sustainability, and human rights. And we're very excited to be at GSEF.
Good, thank you.
So you a volunteer in this
I'm a
organization?
volunteer. I'm a student.
Volunteer.
Yeah, in the Erasmus Plus project.
Okay.
Kostadin?
Hello, I'm part of the CSCD organization. Its full name is Center for Sustainable Communities Development. One of its main main objectives is to make the youth, the young people, participate and make a difference. So our, let's say, our voice can be heard and we can make a difference. Yeah.
Do you have an example of concrete action that you're involved in?
I'm currently involved in Erasmus Plus in this project, and that's because of the organization. I participated and they gave me the chance.
Okay, so maybe you will come back in your organization with some new ideas that you've discovered here.
Mm-hmm. That's how, one of the objectives, to share and to see what new things we can learn from each other.
Okay.
Very nice. Ricardo.
So I'm here as a participant, but also, as I said before, as a worker for my municipality that it's near Milan in Italy, and we are part of Eurodesk. So we are an agency, and I'm here as a participant and also as a volunteer with Erasmus Plus too, and we also do on the concrete side, we do also activities for example, last week we went to school explaining the various opportunities we have for the students, especially because they are free, like youth exchanges, volunteering, and going on in general on the in Europe for free.
Okay. Dimitri, can you please tell us what you're doing with your organization?
I am here with the NGO K.N.A.P. It is based in Gastouni, a small town in Peloponnese, and it's mostly associated to Erasmus and exchange programs.
Okay.
And so, because Gastouni is a small town, about 10,000 people or less, it has a great impact on the
community.
On the community, to give the locals the chance to have contact with this stuff.
Okay, more social link.
And on the other side, you are a student, right?
Yes.
What do you study?
I study international relations in BordeauxGSEF University of Athens.
Okay, nice.
Good. So I hear a lot about advocacy and awareness raising among the youth. So I guess you believe it's important to raise awareness right now about social economy and about the changes to make in the world. Have you all been committed and engaged in that for a long time?
Where does this engagement come from? Can you situate it, or have you been sensibilized on this question before?
I think I can start. So basically, I come from Republic of Moldova, which is a country not yet a member of European Union, but still we are in the process of joining.
Fingers crossed, right?
Yeah, thank you. So basically, my engagement started from my village. I came from a small village in 1,000 people.
Okay.
In Moldova, we have like more than 900 villages. This means that many communities are left behind by this modern economy, which is right now happening everywhere. And I saw these people who, have like low salaries. So basically, they do not take a very important role in the changing the society. They do not trust the institution. They do not trust the change. So basically, some people are not believing that they can change something. So I saw this, and I started in my community by doing like different small projects, like for example, a recycling project to seed some plants. So basically, I wanted to change my community. So I started doing like that. For me, social and solidarity economy is not just a type of economy. It's a model of, it's a way of life, because right now we are facing so many issues like climate change, and many more, inequality. And I think it's important to start action, because if not us, who will change the world in which we are living right now?
Indeed.
And I think for Moldova, social solidarity economy gives us another chance, another path, a path where we can take care of people, where we can take care of our communities. So we start cooperating more together. And I'm so proud to say that I'm representing here a National Council, but I have one friend of mine. He has a social entrepreneurship, and he is also here.
Okay.
They represent a member organization, and we are doing a so great job in a very rural area. We are from a rural area, and we have such a big social entrepreneurship, and I really believe that we can build this much more larger in the entire country.
So you see that what you do, what you speak about is really engaging for the people you meet on the local ground?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's very important for people like me to have opportunity to come to such big events, to meet like so many interesting people. And for me, this gives me a chance to believe that our future is not close, it's not like close to an end, but we can grow together and to build a more fair and a more equality world. Yeah.
Do you guys agree with Gregoria? Does it resonate with you in your experience? Would you like to tell us about your experience, Ricardo?
In this GSEF?
Like, how did you start to think about? Do you think about changing the world for a better future? And when did you start to?
Well, I started the last year in school because we made like a lot of activities for the climate change, and also I went to protest for the climate too, because I think it's important to give voice to the youth and to make their voices be heard. And also, I think also last year, when I was not working for my municipality, I participated in a Erasmus Plus in a youth exchange, and the main topic was sustainability and recycling, and I love it. I loved it so much because you can understand also from other European countries how things works differently, but you can also learn from them and put together like a puzzle. So that's why I think it's important also the advocacy and this big forum we will be doing in these 3 days to make heard our voices. That is important because nowadays I think sometimes we are left alone.
That is true, yeah.
So you've experienced mobilization on the ground, like in demonstrations, but also at school.
Yeah.
And then you've tried to involve yourself in a job that was representing your ideas. And
yes.
Okay, nice.
Also, when, for example, we have a so-called youth center that's also a library, and there we do a lot of activities for students, for youth in general, and like playing games, but games that they can learn on different topics such as sustainability and other main topics that are huge as topics.
Always to raise awareness about the issues.
I think it's important.
And do you consider yourself an activist?
I would say yes.
Yeah,
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. It's not a bad word.
No. For
think,
sure.
I think we are all activists, actually.
Yeah.
I think we have to be, right? That's why we're here.
It's our responsibility.
It is, if we want to build a better world. Dimitria, would you like to tell us about how you got engaged in that kind of social activities?
How did you discover this topic field?
Basically, Greece is a really beautiful country. It has many positives, but there are also some stuff that must be changed. we are the most working hard people in Europe. But
Was that proved?
yes,
Okay.
we voted for 13 hours work a day.
That's too much, if
Yes,
you ask me.
and
but
the wages are quite low. People are really pressed. Also, we don't feel safe in our public transportation. There is the climate change, and in Greece, the temperature is quite raised. So I think that the model that we have adopted doesn't work, but a social solidary model is more human and could give many responses to the problems we are facing today.
I agree with you.
So you felt concerned about all you were seeing, feeling in your country, in your city, and you wanted to take actions?
Yes,
or?
I think we have many problems.
You felt responsible and
Yes.
responsible for action. I mean.
Yes, of course.
Okay. And you, Mercedes?
Okay, so in my case, I started to be more engaged in this kind of social activities when I was in high school, because we started an organization inside of the high school that was called Fórmula de Igualdad, and it was a kind of group led by us, by the students, and we kind of propose activities involving feminism and also like equality rights, cyberbullying, and all these kind of matters involving young people. So that's the first encounter I had with these kind of things. And then in university I kind of stopped a bit, but in terms of advocacy I'm very into LGBTQ plus activities and also feminism, and also climate change, and more manifestations. According to stop war. And that's most of the things that I do in my country.
Okay.
Very interesting topic.
It seems like you have strong values, right? Yeah. We are, I think, a generation that assume to have values and that have to feel we belong to a community so that we can feel stronger and make our voice heard all over our place. Yeah. Okay, so feminism, do you feel like you have other values that you want to share, you want to defend here? Yeah, you not?
I totally agree.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kostadin, yeah.
I actually am into their environment because where I'm from, it's a small town, and it used to have a lot of coal mines and an electrical plant which used those coals, and the whole city was really polluted. Maybe one of the most polluted cities in our country and maybe in Europe back then. Okay. But when times changed, little by little it actually cleaned, and now it's a pretty beautiful and clean city. That's why when our youth center in our city, that was like 4 or 5 years ago, actually was constructed and begin its operations, I kind of wanted to, little by little, I started to participate in it, and I also took some actions in some of the projects there.
Good. So that was your first motivation, fight for a better environment.
Yeah, maybe so.
Okay. Is there more values that you'd like to defend? Because I feel like I'm clearly much older than you are, but I feel like your generation is really confronted with a lot of challenges. The world is not going in the best direction, it seems. So I think it's very inspiring to see young people taking action and taking standing, yes, for their own to try to make a better future.
What I like is that you act at different levels. That you started maybe at school, at university, or volunteering, or being Erasmus Plus in this program, and you've acted or you've tried to build local communities in your youth centers, your cities, the region you live in, and in this path that is going further. Sometimes you reach this type of event that is international. You go to European institutions, and we see that it's you are building the dynamic, right?
So we're going to be centered a bit more about the GSEF that we're all in together, and the youth manifest that you're going to present, I believe.
Yeah.
Since you arrived, you participated in a few workshops, and there are more to come. Mm-hmm. What can you tell us about this workshop and the youth manifests?
So I really liked yesterday we did the workshop.
We had a workshop with Maras from Ta Mère la Mieux, which is positive rap battle.
Yeah, and I liked writing all this because it's like give our ideas a personality. It's like our ideas become a human being, and we can reach better people. That's why, and also I liked the fact that there are various methods on how you can transmit what you want to say to the other people. Like we wrote a kind of poetry, and
Maras told you about some great ways to convey your ideas through poetry.
Yeah.
And very, very didactic method.
Yeah, because there are the ideas, there are then the writing, the speaking, and maybe you're coming here also to learn some new methodology and to be more comfortable to speak with a very large public.
I think it's also, as you said, we can learn skills better, like doing activities such as we did yesterday.
So are you going to do more workshop?
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. Are you excited about the Youth Manifest? Do you think it can really have an impact?
Yeah.
Because you're all talking about giving more space to the youth in terms of communication, and I think this is really a beautiful occasion to do so. GSEF is dedicated to letting the youth express themselves, and this is also why we were given this audience and this radio show. We should, by the way, thank la Fédération des Radios Associatives de Nouvelle-Aquitaine, which is offering us great opportunities with that.
We have to empower ourselves and learn really strong skills so that we are also taken for competent people, individual citizens, and maybe workers. We have to feel more legitimate, so that we can then raise concern and make change. Because I think in the end, it's what we want to do. It's not only talking about ideas. Yeah, ideas are important, but then how do you translate it into concrete actions at different level? And we are all acting at different scales. We have to find the one that we feel comfortable in, and we are very young, so it's all on the way, I think.
But I think the most hard work is after this forum, because I think this is a very important action. But we are here. It's very good that we share the same vision, the same values. But if we really want to achieve the change, we need to go back in our country and continue the work that we started here. To take these very good recommendations that GSEF made for us together with youth organization and young people, and to go to see how we can influence, starting dialogue with our government, starting a dialogue with different civil society, different businesses, to see how we can make our world a better world for everyone. So I think it's a very good point for advocacy, and but of course, if we want to see the result, it's important. It's also upon us how much we are ready to work. And I think the most difficult is about patience, because patience is we need to wait a lot, because change doesn't come overnight. You need to work a lot, in a few years, to see your results, achieve something meaningful.
That's very true what you say, Gregoria. So as we are coming almost to an end of this little radio show, I would like to ask you, if there was something that you wanted to say to the youth around you, to the youth of the world, what would that message be?
Either a message or what you want to bring back home, what you want to maybe not change, but embody,
You
got a mic on. It's your time. Mercedes, is there something you want to say to the youth?
Yes, I think the most important message is that our voices can be heard, because as we are here, I felt really validated as a young person. I think our opinions were really taken into account, and we have to make that very clear, that whatever we have to say is as important as whatever any of these people has to say about the topic. We may not have a lot of experience, but at the end of the day, we are learning and we are improving, and we have our own needs that need to be here, to be expressed. And most young people in Spain, in my country, I think we are kind of left out, and we need to make our opinions count.
We're not giving up, right?
Yeah.
We will not give up.
Yeah.
Guys, which one of you is going to speak first? Dimitri, I think you're going.
Okay. To the young people.
Yeah, a message to the youth.
Or to the adults.
A message to the world.
Yes. Personally, what I see in Greece is a little pessimism, if I do something, what's gonna change? But, if you don't even try, you are already lost. There's something we say in Greece, said by Vasilis Magos, that if we will never win, we will always fight, and that's it.
And that's a very good philosophy.
Yes.
Let's go with that. Steady.
When I go back home, I will show in our youth center what we've did, everything that happened in this forum, what we made during our participation, and my message will be not only to my city's people, youth, but to all who listens to us, that me being here is the example that the youth can change something, and that our voice will have the chance to be heard.
So true.
Okay, so my message for the young people from my country, Romania, and all over the world is to get more involved in your community, speak your opinion, and chase for what you wish for. Because I think you don't have to have a relevant experience in the field. You just have to have the discipline and the ambition to want to make a change.
That's a very good message.
So, to the people of Italy and to the whole world, I would say that this is a great opportunity, the Youth Declaration, and to all people that now we have and we must provide informations and knowledge to everyone, every youth, every adult, to let our voices be heard, because in the past it was not like that. They were censored many things, and now with this podcast we can reach more people, and I would love it because the great opportunity to be here for me, and I think also for everybody.
Yeah, I think it is true. It's a great opportunity. I hope that you'll all be able to diffuse this podcast into your network and to make it heard more.
Share the knowledge.
Yeah.
If I may also add my conclusion,
Please
of course.
do.
We are like young people. We are over like almost 2 billion people all around the world. We are an incredible force. We are very strong because we have a lot of energy and we have time. We have commitment. So my message to people, young people everywhere, will be like, don't be indifferent. Try to act now. Doesn't matter where, in your school, in your village, in your town, your city, at every level, like national level, local level, international level, because young people have a voice. In Moldova, politicians say like young people are the future, but we say no, we are the present and the future. So if we want to change something, we really need to don't hesitate, be active, participate. If the door is closed, go through the window, but find a way to change something. So yeah,
Breaking doors. It's very inspiring to meet young people that are so committed and involved. And the truth is, it really makes me feel better and more hopeful for the future to meet you all. So I want to thank you.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, and don't give up.
Yeah.
Fight for
Be
the
strong.
future. Thank you all. Bonjour, good morning to you all. We are still live from the GSEF. I am Maëlle from Région Nouvelle-Aquitaine.
And I am Lynn from Associação Habitat Jeunes Sud-Aquitaine.
Okay, we're very happy to be here again with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 young representatives of European youth who are here with Erasmus+. I think we're going to start with going around the table with everyone. So if you can tell us what's your name, where you're from, maybe how old you are, and tell us which organization you represent.
Okay, so I'm Mateusz, I'm from Poland. I'm 27 and I'm from the Polish Social Democratic Party called Razem, which is together in English.
Okay, thank you. Alicia?
Hello, I'm Alicia. I'm also from Poland. I'm 26. I am here because I am engaged in the Polish cooperative movement. I work at a co-op in Warsaw and I'm a member of 2 other co-ops.
Good.
Hi, I'm Loli from Nouvelle-Aquitaine, France. I'm 27, and I'm here as a member of the Regional Youth Council of Nouvelle-Aquitaine and also as a young ambassador for the Franco-German Youth Office.
Very nice. Jacob?
I'm Jacob. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Antwerp, Belgium, and I'm here to represent the co-op I started with Tom, who you'll hear in a minute, a supermarket in Antwerp where the shoppers work 3 hours a month.
Thank you.
Hi, I am Tom. I am 28 years old. I'm also from Antwerp in Belgium. I started a supermarket, a cooperative supermarket with Jacob together, and I also work for a community center in the city that supports citizen initiatives and social movements.
Thank you very much. And we're welcoming Natasha.
Hi, everyone. I don't know, I'm a little bit lost, but I'll try to. So my name is Natasha. I'm from Portugal. I'm 19 years old. The organization that I'm with is CAI. And in my city, Porto, by the way, I'm a participant in the social project that work with a lot of ages, and we talk about a lot of thematic things, like mostly the social part with the environment, the equal rights, and those kind of stuff.
Very nice. As you all noticed, we got a sixth member now because we're lucky enough to be joined by Natasha.
Thank you.
Thank you, Natasha, for joining us. So we now know who you are, more or less. Maybe I'm tempted to ask you about the origin of your commitment to social matters and social subjects. Maybe, Alicia, you'd like to start and tell us how you got interested into social economy and trying to change the world.
Thank you. So I guess my engagement started with studying political philosophy, where I kind of realized that the better world that I can see myself creating is not really global. I struggled really a lot to feel like I can have a true voice on a global scene. So I decided that what I need to do, as much as I understand that the global voice is also super important, but I understood that what I need to do is to focus on the local. And I think the future is local in general. So this is how I started getting into really site-specific initiatives that are trying to build a better world from kind of within on a small scale, but I think small scale is also important.
Very nice. Mateus, would you like to go on?
I can tell you about how I got into social stuff.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, it was just because of frustration. Every year in Poland, it seems to be worse and worse for the young people, and being in the Social Democratic Party is a way to trying to change that and to make new policies that will help young people, for example, to get a flat, which is hard right now in Poland. We pay a lot of our rent is eating a lot of our pensions. Yeah.
And where did you meet other young people also angry or frustrated?
Actually, everywhere on the streets, in my friends and stuff are all frustrated. We all often we feel cheated by the government, and because we were told that the future will be easier, we will be earning enough to get we will get a decent job, we will have enough money to get a flat, to start a family. And I have a lot of friends that are struggling to get even the most basic needs, they have to buy the food that is the cheapest. They have to live in the small rooms far away from the city center because it's the only way they can afford it. And the situation is worse and worse every year. So the frustration is actually everywhere.
And did you participate in demonstrations, or because now you are at the political level, you're engaged in the social party of your country? So what was the path through this?
Actually, through demonstration, but also I'm working as a graphic designer, so I'm doing stuff on smaller level. I'm helping in party with designing stuff and to spread the information, what we can do to improve the situation of workers, for example, to help people to join a union or to start a union in their workplace.
Okay. Yeah, it gets more concrete.
Loli, does this story of frustration resonate with you?
Yeah, I guess so, because I had the opportunity to participate in mainstream economic forums, and I realized that the question of social and environment was not central to the discussions, and also there were not many young people in those discussions, actually.
Okay. And so how did you get involved?
I worked in the youth sector, in a youth organization in France, and I would hear this expression a lot, social and solidarity economy, but I had no idea of concrete actions. And it's only later, when I got involved with the Regional Youth Council, that I worked on thematics like sustainable tourism or cooperation with Senegal and Madagascar. And I had more examples and good practices.
Very nice. Let's let the ladies start, if you don't mind. Natasha, would you like to tell us how you got engaged?
Yes, actually, like I said, I'm really more, I understand more the social part. Actually, I'm studying psychology in university. So, and by the social project that I'm at, it was easiest for me to understand more social concepts and those things, but the economy parts don't. I do not understand so much, and that's actually the reason that I came for this Erasmus, to understand more the both sides. But it's the same like in Poland, and I think in the Europe in general, it's like really, really hard to afford like the basic things like food. It's, for example, a lot of students like do not go to the university like for their first choices because they do not have money to afford like a room. Just a little room could cost like 800 to 900 euros per month. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, how can you afford that when you're a student?
Yes.
It doesn't make sense.
So you are also here to get more skills in the economic field and maybe exchange some point of view with other students that are...
Yes, completely.
Here.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Tom, would you like to tell us about how your engagement started?
Both Jacob and I were part of the climate youth protests that started in 2019. We participated in a lot of protests in Antwerp, in Belgium, and at some point we got the opportunity to go to the United Nations climate conference, the COP, in Glasgow, where we met a lot of very interesting other young people involved in all kinds of projects, both in resistance against bad climate policy and in creating sustainable alternatives, positive alternatives. But we kind of got a little bit disappointed with the political level, and of course the economic presence at the COP is, as everyone knows, mostly fossil fuel companies. There's not a lot of representation of a more social and solidarian economy at that event. So when we came back from the COP, I believe we had this experience and this idea of like, okay, it's up to us, it's up to the people, the young people that are actually protesting, to create a new power base, to create these alternatives that can then weigh on the decision making. It's not going to come from politicians on the top. It's going to have to come from building a base, building community, building strength, organizing people, as many people as possible, and then having a reason for these politicians to listen to us and to actually implement more ambitious climate policy. And so I went back home and I started working at a community center. I leave the co-op for Jacob. It's an amazing space where all of these people who experience all these individual problems come together, discover it's not an individual problem, it's a systemic problem in terms of cost of living, in terms of housing, in terms of the lack of climate ambition, and the experiences we have with extreme weather and all these kinds of things. They inspire each other, and they actually like go out in the field, go out in their communities, and they create alternatives. They do stuff.
I think you are at the right place, because the manifest that will be declared on Friday is for advocacy, but also a call for action at various levels. And it's like we're not giving up, we are not demanding some stuff, we are like ready to work in and
to do it ourselves.
Yeah, do it ourselves, right.
Jacob?
Yeah, I think that if you were born after the 2000s, you've heard every single moment of your life that the climate apocalypse is coming and we have to do something about it. And then to not see anyone really care about that was really frustrating. So I guess the frustration also hit me. So I got, as Tom said, involved in climate activism, and there I learned that it's not just like the CO2 emissions, but it's also the way we treat people in general, the way that not everyone will be hit the same way by climate change. The way that people are being exploited right now is also a problem. That is also a core of what we would consider ecology, like building proper relationships with each other. It's not just with the natural planet, it's also being sustainable with each other, within our relationships. And so we were complaining, as Tom said. But at some point you have to start pushing towards what you actually want. So we put climate on the agenda. We protested for it a lot. And we said, have a position on climate change. You should do something about climate change. And so all of the companies, all of the governments, they took their position on climate change. Now, our problem is that we don't think that the position of Total Energies, for example, is enough, that it's ambitious enough, that it will actually lead to a sustainable future that has sustainable relationships among each other, with the natural planet and with the environment. So we figured that if we were going to propose something, if we were going to propose a true alternative, we needed to have something that we would build ourselves, that we could point towards and say, this is exactly the type of initiatives that we want to support. And I found all of them in the social economy part, where people are actually building new stuff, building the power bases that Tom was talking about. And not just from some sort of paternalistic idea that people ought to be doing this or people should be doing this, but that it's actually in their interest to do things, that it makes sense for them to participate in social economy projects. And I think that's the best selling case or the best way to present the social or solidarity economy, that it's actually something that we do for ourselves, that we are benefited by, but that actually also leads to positive outcomes for the whole of society.
It's very interesting. Thank you for those very complete answers and inspiring answers. I think it's very interesting to see how you, young Europeans, coming from different European countries, you really get together and you meet around problems that are the same. Were you expecting, when you came to the forum, that the other young European you meet would have like the same preoccupation and same problems like housing and climate, all of those? Were you expecting to be so in the same line?
Yeah, I think to a certain degree, yeah.
Okay.
We all know we are all doomed, so we all want to do something about it.
All doomed. I hope we're not.
So the major problems of the world right now are global problems, right? And it's so easy to see them. We communicate globally all of the time, so we should organize ourselves internationally as well.
That's
so
true.
It's not that weird that we're facing the same problems, I think.
Yeah, I think, as Jacob says, it's almost self-evident to young people at this time that these issues are global, and hence all of us are concerned with them. And you actually see it. We, again, exchange our concerns and our ideas on these global networks, social media networks. There is just a permanent conversation, a permanent dialogue going on online, which I think makes it kind of a thing we expect. I would be very surprised if I was sitting at this table right now with people that are like, I don't see any problem with sustainability in the world. That would really make me...
Yeah, that would be weird.
Put me aghast.
I agree. But Mateus, you
to
did
be
not...
honest, yeah, I was surprised that a lot of problems that you have in the West countries are really similar with the problems we have in Poland. Because like in Poland, we still have this vision of, for example, France, of Belgium, or I don't know, Germany, that it's a lot better. You have a lot more money than us, so like housing, the housing shouldn't be as much a problem as for us. But it was surprising to me that the problems are really similar and almost as bad.
Yeah, definitely.
The problem are similar, but I liked when Jacob said that everyone won't be hit by at the same level. Like there are still differences of social classes, and we also identify that the inequalities are very profound in each country, and the lower classes or people in more vulnerable situation will be more and more hit, and that we have not only to fight for a better environment but also to consider the social inequalities, the different human condition, material condition that we live in, and this can work on its own, like the objectives of development of the ONU. It's not only the environment, it's not only the economy, it's also the social, and if it doesn't work together, we won't get anywhere. So the cooperative, all the initiatives that try to bring different people around the table, but really different, like from different social classes, I think it's very, very key, so that we don't let anyone behind because they don't speak English, they don't go to uni and stuff. So I think we are all also aware of this.
If I can draw on that a little bit, because it also what you say and what Jakob said before gets me thinking also about how social and solidarity economy should, in the future, in my opinion, include also more than just human beings, because it's kind of like, yes, we now know that better social standards and better economic standards also mean better environmental standards. We now see that as like intertwined, but I feel like it's still rare that we actually give the voice to non-human species, and there is lots of ways that we could represent them in a more conscious way by, for example, socializing nature instead of protecting it. And we're still fixing on the idea of protecting it, which is I think not really working. At my co-op, where I'm a member at a cooperative urban farm in Warsaw called Most, which means the bridge, we have this type of representation that we have a human representative that is a botanist, biologist, whatever, in the council of the cooperative, who has a veto power and who actually is supposed to represent the interest of the nature of the land where we're having the farm. So she doesn't really speak for herself. She's supposed to speak for the natural person, as we call it. And I think this is the direction also that we should bring into the social and solidarity economy, because the agenda that I see here is great, but I think it's still lacking to include more beings, and being more inclusive will always mean building a better system.
It's why we wanted to give voice to other point of views, and also to be allowed to criticize some parts of this event, because we're not meant to be okay with everything. So thank you for your participation in this.
Thank you.
I think this is why those meetings and the GSEF2025 meeting in Bordeaux is so important for all of you, all of us, to get together and be able to exchange, to realize that indeed we know we are in a global world, but it is really interesting to see that we are all facing the same difficulties. And to react on what you just said, we still need a big shift in the way we think, to consider nature and all living things the way we should. And that's, in my mind, this is the only way that we can get to a sustainable future. But there has been a big shift already. When I hear you talking about the world and realizing how global we are, I think it's amazing, because I'm not that old, but I'm a bit older than you, and I studied history, so I know for a fact that European people, especially Westerners, have considered the world like their thing, and we've always been for a very long time like, oh, but this is my land, this is my place. And we've been exploiting it with no respect to people who didn't have the same chances. And when people come from other countries to work here, we do not always treat them well. I think when I hear you talk about that the paradigm are shifting, and this is giving me hope. We still need a little time to get to consider nature the way we do, but I think with all of you pushing toward that, we have better chances. So I have one more question, and maybe some more, but did you have a chance to meet young people from outside Europe, from other continents, during this GSEF meeting? And did you talk with them about what preoccupies them? Do you know if they have the same concerns?
By now, well, I didn't yet.
Not yet?
It's
Not
almost
yet.
day one. So.
Yes.
I thought you guys were partying together all the time, and I just didn't know.
Yes, I met some Canadians.
Okay.
For instance, yesterday we were visiting a forest and talking about how do we take care of forests, and we had a big difference between Canada and France, because in France it's mostly private owners and they own very little land, and in Canada it's like big owners of a lot of land, so it's actually handled a different way, and so some good practices in France cannot be applied to Canada. So it's interesting to see that it's good to share ideas on the global scale, but actually on the local scale we need to adapt, and the realities are very different.
Definitely, the context can be very different. Okay. So you didn't talk with African youth or not yet? Then this is a mission. You have to do that. Well, I think you're all taking part in a workshop trying to write the youth manifesto.
Yes. You will?
I know for a fact that you participated in workshop yesterdays.
You were sitting in the corner.
I was. Playing with you. It was interesting, was it not?
Yes, it was a very interesting thing. So we learned 2 techniques for us in the English-speaking workshop to, in terms of how to bring in more emotion, more poetry into speech writing and into delivering text like that. We had some very beautiful, bombastic demonstrations. It was definitely a very useful, very interesting workshop.
Are you going to participate in more workshops?
Yes. We're definitely having a workshop on how to deliver the speech on Thursday, just another stage, and I'm looking forward to it because I think we were all interested in what happened yesterday. So.
It was very interesting. I think the French workshop is opening this afternoon.
Yeah.
Am
Yes.
I right? Are you participating, Marie?
I'm doing football.
Oh.
I will participate.
In the workshop?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you'll be our representative.
Yeah, because we have the ideas, we have the energy, but we have to also use and learn new skills to write the speech, to make it powerful, and so to learn some rhetoric technique so that we engage everyone on Friday, the adults, the young people, the frustrated ones, the resignated ones, so that we go forward together, and we want to work more in this field improve.
I hope after this GSEF nobody is resignated anymore.
I hope so.
And then people are full of energy to start a revolution.
Yeah,
that's what we
have
need.
to spread this energy that we are living in during this week, so that the people that didn't have the chance to come this week will also get some knowledge and some of our experience.
I'm clearly very hopeful when I hear you all talking that we're going to spread that energy and we're going to keep that thing going. Is that your first GSEF, all of you?
Yes.
Because you're so young, right? Okay, so if there was one message that you could convey to the youth or to the people in your country or to the world, what would be this message? Because, this is a radio show, we're live. Thank you to Fédération des radios associatives de Nouvelle-Aquitaine, by the way. But this is also going to be a podcast, so you can hear it again, listen to it again. You can share it with your friends, family, and all your networks. So I want to give you this opportunity to spread a message. What would that message be? Jacob is going to start. Thank you, Jacob.
Maybe because you were raising the question earlier about whether we'd met people from outside the European continent.
Yeah.
I would like to invite people to also consider taking actually into account people of those continents, because I haven't seen as many here as I've seen European people. Yeah. And I'd hope that the organization of the GSEF, but also organizations in my country, in countries everywhere, also take into consideration that we really need those voices, given that we are in such a global world. Even the economic production of our country is mostly done not in our country. So if we're going to talk about how we should build the future, we cannot do it in our country alone. We actually really need to hear the voices, and not just hear representatives of the voices, but get them on this podcast, get them in the conversation everywhere, even if it's just when you're talking about your own situation, your own country.
So true. Thomas?
I'll go the other level. Organize yourself. in your own community. Like, go around, talk with your friends, talk with the people you're not friends yet, and check what are the things, the problems we share, what are the obstacles we experience, and organize yourself around it. It doesn't matter that you don't have experience, that you don't know everything on how to fix it immediately. They will ask other people. They will be super friendly and willing to help you most of the time. And just try. Just go ahead. It's okay to fail. It's perfectly fine. You will be amazed by the things you can build and you can create by just coming together with an idea and having a laugh, attempting to fix it.
Bravo. Natasha.
So, I'm not so poetic, but no, I was... the message that I really want to say, it's like, try to be more empathic too. It's really important. Sometimes understand that we are not at the same level sometimes, like mentally or physically, doesn't matter. And to follow a little bit your what you were saying, like try on in your community. If you think or so, like there's nothing here, there's not an organization, or there's nothing I can just try on. Like talk with your friends, try to go to the protests too. It's really important to keep the message and a little bit far from the social media too. I know it's really important to it is a good thing that we have to spare the message, but we really need to try again to communicate like with the others, and the real connections are really important in this kind of stuff.
So true. Thank you, Natasha. Mateus?
Okay, so I will say something similar that my Belgian colleague said, that you should organize yourself and join a union, for example, if you are working somewhere, because like alone we are weak, we cannot do much, but if we organized and we are a mass of people, we can really make a change, we can make a difference, but yeah, we need to be organized in a bigger groups, yeah.
Get together. Please, Alicia.
I guess I would say think long and hard of whether we can actually afford to keep being individualistic. So apply yourself, think of what you like to do, what you know how to do, and figure out how to do it with other people, or in a way that suits you, but do something and be sensitive in it. Don't be afraid to be sensitive in it, because I think it draws also on what Natasha said, that like we need empathy, and we need empathy, what I said before, also to other beings, not just humans. And I think as long as any of us can find a way to apply ourselves, we're gonna go in a better direction, but we shouldn't hope and wait that the older generations will do it for us.
No, you can't wait on that for sure. We've seen how it goes. Lily?
And as for me, I hope that this event won't turn into another just symbolic moment, but that there will be concrete actions after it. And I'm very eager to see what the French delegation will make out of this event and what kind of projects and ideas will emerge.
Fingers crossed, but feast firm in actions. If I may say something, what you all said reminded me of a sentence in Spanish that I discovered in Murcia during a travel there. It said, solos somos invisible, juntos somos invisible. So I think that Natasha understands perfectly, because her Spanish must be good. And basically, for those who don't understand, this means if we're alone, we're invisible. But if we're together, we're invincible. This is why it's so important.
Thank you for
Lena, I'll let you conclude.
I think it's a conclusion in itself. We said a lot of things, and it's not only a symbolic event. We are already on the ground, we are already in the concrete, and that's what I like.
And thank you all, guys, because it makes me feel so good to see how engaged and committed you are. It's really bringing hope for the future, and thank you for participating and sharing your thoughts. It was really nice. Have a great GSEF and make the world a better place, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.